Turn around and make up. You kept it solid from beginning, baby. You my day one. You caught me in the lie. Look back up at you like I'm
Blue Nova, and I'm here to bring you guys a new tutorial on how to get the same vocal quality as Dolla in his song Purple Emoji featuring J. Cole. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe so we can hit 20K subscribers, and hit the bell notification icon so that you're notified every time there's a new video. If you want to jump straight to it and just get the entire vocal kit with my vocals inside of it, then just go to bluenovabeats.com, click on vocal presets in the store. You can get the whole entire folder there. So let's go ahead and jump into it. Now what I'm going to do is turn off everything here on the master, and we're just going to work with the lead vocal right now. So let's turn off all these other effects, and we're going to right click and just to solo it. So the first thing we have is Antares Autotune. Now my version is pretty old. If you have any version of Autotune, all you need to do is really just set the scale to minor and then the key to B flat. The retune speed, you want to keep it around, it really depends, but I kept mine at 10. You can keep yours at 20 or 10 depending on your voice. And as far as all these other settings, you can freeze the screen and copy these settings, but I'm going to play it with Autotune.
You know I need you, baby. So much on my mind, I ain't even really sleeping lately. I said some things I didn't mean. I know I did too much. What's love if we can't get into it? Turn around and make up.
Alright, so if you don't have Antares Autotune, I got y'all on the backup, which I included in the folder. It's Pitch in FL Studio. So what you can do is just set the key right here to C sharp and then set it to major, which is different from what I just showed you, but it still works the same. So I'm gonna play the vocal with the Autotune.
You know I need you, baby. So much on my mind, I ain't even really sleeping lately. I said some things I didn't mean. I know I did too much. What's love if we can't get into it? Turn around and make up.
Alright, cool. So what we're gonna do now is work with the compressor. Now the compressor is just to level the vocal, just to make everything even before we go in and EQ everything within it. So load in the Fruity limiter, click compress right here, and then after that you hit your release right here, put it straight around the middle, around 73.22 is fine. The ahead, it can be at 0.25. Now with the ratio, I turn the ratio to 2. I have like a 2:1:1 ratio. And then the knee, I turn it all the way to the right. Now the threshold, I just bring the threshold down to around like the lowest peak, around the lowest part of the vocal. That's what I do, because with my compressor, I want to make sure that the vocal is even in all areas. So I just bring the threshold down to where it's meeting that area. Now I'm going to play it with the compressor.
You know I need you, baby. So much on my mind, I ain't even really sleeping lately. I said some things I didn't mean. I know I did too much. What's love if we can't get into it? Turn around and make up.
So you can see just did some compression on the vocal, not too much, but just enough to, you know, activate on it. Now the important part right here is the Fruity Parametric EQ2. Now Dolla's vocals in the song are they're pretty sharp. They have a nice presence in it. So you want to make sure, in order to do that, you want to cut out a lot of your lower frequencies around the 200 region and around the 300 area. That's what you want to take out. Those are going to be boxy sounding frequencies. So you want to make sure to kill those and just drop the curve down to about like 3.5 decibels. Right here, do a little bit of cuts right here in the 423 region, and right here in 643. And all you really want to do right here in the 8K region, which is very important, you want to boost this up to about 9 decibels, and that's going to make sure there's a lot of clarity within the vocal. So I'm going to play with the EQ.
You know I need you, baby. So much on my mind, I ain't even really sleeping lately. I said some things I didn't mean. I know I did too much. What's love if we can't get into it? Turn around and make up.
Alright, so after that, I noticed that I still want to get a little bit more presence and sharpness within the vocals. So what I did is just boosted some in the lower mid region, and also right here in the mid and higher mid region, because I just wanted to get some more clarity. And also did a little bit more boosting right here in the 7 with the 7 band around 12,000, and just boosted that to around like 2.5 decibels. So I know it's kind of hard to, you know, get all these values, but like I said, you can't get at bluenovabeats.com, and just for the sake of the video, I don't want to go through each value and how much I boosted it.
You know I need you, baby. So much on my mind, I ain't even really sleeping lately. I said some things I didn't mean, I know I did too much. What's love if we can't get into it? Turn around and make up.
All right, so after that, we're gonna have a fruity limiter. Now what the limiter is going to do is completely level out the vocal. That's what we want to do. Make sure everything is consistent throughout the entire hearing of it. So once you load in the fruity limiter, get the release, bring it all the way down to 0. The attack and the head, you can leave those alone, but with your gain, first of all, with your ceiling, drop that down to -3 decibels, because that's where I found my vocal to sound very similar and in the same range as Ty Dolla $ign. So all I did was just boost the gain up till it hits the ceiling.
You know I need you, baby. So much on my mind, I ain't even really sleeping lately. I said some things I didn't mean, I know I did too much. What's love if we can't get into it? Turn around and make up.
So you can see these vocals are very pushed against the ceiling, and a lot of that has to do with the sibilance that's going through in a vocal. That's a lot of what these sharp sibilant sounds are passing through within this limiter. So don't be alarmed or scared with how much is getting pushed through. So after that, we're gonna have Maximus. Now with Maximus, this is going to be our de-esser. This is what's going to take care of the sibilance in our vocal. So once you load in Maximus, click the drop down right here, click presets. Then you want to click de-esser split band. Once that loads up, you just want to bring the band down to where it's at -12, and that's going to take care of a lot of that sibilance. Most of the time, you don't want to push it this far. Most of the time, I'll probably have it at -6 or the -12 mark. But right here, this really cleaned up the vocal and really kept the high end presence and took care of the sibilance. So I'm gonna play with Maximus.
You know I need you, baby. So much on my mind, I ain't even really sleeping lately. I said some things I didn't mean, I know I did too much. What's love if we can't get into it? Turn around and make up.
All right. So after that, I noticed that Ty Dolla $ign, he had a delay in his vocals, but they don't travel and continue. It's like a short cutoff delay, so it only happens once and then it shuts off. So in order to do that, your feedback rate is very important. So the volume just needs to be all the way down. The delay will activate, but it'll only play once and it won't continue. If you have all the way up, then the delay will continue. Also, what's very important is the cut. The delay in his vocal is filtered, so you want to keep that in mind when you have this on. With the delay volume, just make sure it's around this level so that you're able to hear within the mix. And then the time, I found that the BPM of the song was at 144, so that the time of the delay is going to bounce back pretty fast, so it'll be around this area. So I'm going to play the vocal with the delay.
You know I need you, baby. So much on my mind, I ain't even really sleeping lately. I said some things I didn't mean, I know I did too much. What's love if we can't get into it? Turn around and make up.
So you can hear the delay just comes off one time and that's it. The very last thing on here is a Fruity Reverb 2. Now with the Fruity Reverb 2, you wanna what I wanna note is that within the melody or the sample is pretty widespread. So you wanna have a pretty wide reverb. In order to get the stereo imaging out of the reverb, you want to turn this knob all the way to the left. That's going to enable the stereo imaging of the reverb to activate. The wet level, you want to keep that around 30%. The decay time, it's around 2.4, 2.5 seconds. The bass, you want to have it all the way to 100, and then the size of the room, keep that at 100. Now the low cut, you can keep that straight down in the middle. And the high cut, you can hear a little bit of high cut presence in Ty Dolla $ign's vocals. So I found 1.7 kilohertz to be, the precise range for his vocal. So this is what it sounds like with it.
You know I need you, baby. So much on my mind, I ain't even really sleeping lately. I said some things I didn't mean, I know I did too much. What's love if we can't get into it? Turn around and make up.
All right, cool. So now this is the fun part. What you want to do after you have your lead vocal, you want to right click, go to file, set mixer track state as, left click, hold, and drag it onto the mixer insert that your vocal is routed on. And once you do that, it'll copy all these settings onto here. Now the main difference on here is that there's not a delay on here, so that's taken off, and right here is very important. Now with your vocal harmonies, you want to make sure that it's not competing with your lead vocals. So you want to roll off a lot of the high end frequency and a little bit of the low end frequency so that it's not too muddy and clashing with the frequencies in your lead. Now your harmony needs to sound different. You don't want to sing it exactly like your lead. It has to be a little bit different. So what we're going to do is go to the harmony section right here. Let's go ahead and just left click and highlight, and we're just gonna play it so you guys hear what I did with the first harmony. And let's just right click so we can solo it. And what's also very important, you can see that this channel right here is linked to another insert, and all you have to do is just go to any insert you want, right click on this arrow, then go to route to this track only. Now that'll route it to this. What's also on here is a fruity chorus. Now the fruity chorus is what's going to make it sound wider and a little bit detuned and have a little bit of saturation within the vocal so that it's not exactly like the lead. So with all those explanations, this is what the first harmony sounds like.
Solid from beginning, baby, you my day one.
So the Autotune got rough at the end, but oh well. It's harmonies are really just supposed to be something to add. It's just to taste. So you just want to make sure that it's at least decent. The ending of it, that last one, I did not eat it. So I'm really just thankful I just did it just to have it in the background, but that's it. So with the harmony, let's go ahead and play one more time.
Solid from beginning, baby, you my day one.
And with the same thing right here, what I didn't do is roll off the low end presence. I just rolled off the high end presence and just pan this right here 50% to the right. Right here, make sure that the harmony right here is 55. So when you're working with your harmonies, make sure it's around there's not an exact level, but what I found is good is around 50% to the left and 50% to the right. So let's just hear this harmony right here. And
solid from beginning, baby, you my day one.
So like I said, your harmonies each need to sound different.
Solid from beginning, baby, you my day one.
Now let's play these together.
Solid from beginning, baby, you my day one.
So you can hear them both in the left and right signal of your headphones. And let's play with the lead vocal.
Solid from beginning, baby, you my day one. You caught me in the...
So you can hear that it sounds very wide and very full, and that's how I was able to replicate that same harmony vocal effect as Dolla. So aside from that, what we want to do is just play with the instrumental. And this is without the master channel on it, and we're just gonna play it so you guys hear what it sounds like. And let's take off the highlighted section.
Round and makeup, you kept it solid from beginning, baby, you my day one. You caught me in the lie, look back up at you like I'm dumb. I had to make you my girl, you ain't afraid to speak up.
All right, cool. And one last thing I forgot to mention is that there's an Adlib section right here that's towards the end of the verse, and what it is basically you just want to have a good amount of reverb on it. So these are the settings that I have. I believe it's something similar to the large hall preset in the reverb, so you want to make sure that you have that selected and just adjust the settings. But these are the settings I have, but you can get these same settings in my vocals on my site bluenovabeats.com. So I'm going to play the vocal right here.
Kick your feet up, I had to boss you up.
So right here,
your feet up.
so you can hear just a lot of reverb traveling through in Adlib. Now let's play everything all together with the master channel on it. On the master channel, all there is a fruity convolver, because nowadays a lot of songs are EQ'd and cut at 15,000 at the 15,000 region. So make sure to do that, and which is very important. And the last thing on here, just a fruity soft clipper. Now it's gonna make sure the entire mix does not go past 0 decibels, because you don't want it to clip that hard in the mix. Now let's play the entire song mixed, so you guys can understand the quality of it.
So we turn around and make up. You kept it solid from beginning.
I forgot to turn this on. All right, let's try this one more time.
So we turn around and make up. You kept it solid from beginning, baby, you my day one. You caught me in the lie, look back up at you like I'm dumb. I had to make you my girl, you ain't afraid to speak up. No matter where we are, who it is, you still gon' tee up.
So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's how I was able to get the same quality as Dolla in his song. If you like this video, make sure to thumbs up. And like I said, don't forget to subscribe to the channel because I'm going to be dropping a lot more gems for you guys. If you need your song mixed and mastered, just go to bluenovabeats.com. Go to the contact form on the very bottom of the page and you can send me a message there. And if you need any beats for your projects or you want to drop a single, just go to the store, bluenovabeats.com, click on the store, and it'll be right there. But thank you guys for watching. And like I said, let me know what you want to see next. And I'll catch you guys on the next video.
You ain't afraid to speak up, no matter where we are, who it is, you still gon' tee up. Go through withdrawals when we apart, get back together, yeah. You stay 10 toes.